Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is why Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world. We have heard so many times that Atlanta is like the hub of airports in America. Everyone seems to fly there, to fly out to other places. Hopefully this video is going to go into detail about why it's the busiest airport in the world. I think that might be the reason though, because it's the hub. But hopefully it'll explain kind of why it is used so much for especially like interconnecting flights and things. If you could hit that like button and that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. I am getting loads of videos done, getting ahead. I'm in the motivation now to get us 300,000 subscribers. It's like 80,000 off, but we can do it. We can get 80, all we need is 80,000 more people. We're going to find them from somewhere, okay? Tag your grandparents, your friends, your cousin's exes, joint custody of a fish person, I don't know. Tag, please. We would really appreciate it. Let's check it out, though. This person's links are in the description, as always. Let's go. Why Atlanta is the busiest airport in the world? I don't know.
For almost 25 years now, with just the exception of 2020 because of the pandemic, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta has been the busiest airport in the world.
Okay.
Many people are aware of this fact, but few know how massive the numbers actually are. For comparison, in 2023, Atlanta Hartsfield handled 17 million more passengers than the second busiest Dubai International Airport, and London Heathrow, being the busiest airport in Europe, was about 25 million passengers behind, with Atlanta's airport handling about 105 million passengers.
Yeah.
But this isn't the best the airport has ever done. In 2019, Atlanta Hartsfield handled a massive 110 million passengers. That same year, Beijing's airport was number 2, handling 100 million passengers.
Okay.
Now, it is actually very unusual that a city like Atlanta is getting so much air traffic, and this is because of its population.
Right.
The Atlanta metropolitan area is the 6th most populated in the US.
Okay.
And there are several more cities around the world that are completely developed and are way more populated than Atlanta.
Yep.
Yet, somehow, Atlanta's airport has been busier than all of these cities for years.
Wow,
So,
okay.
how exactly did Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport become the busiest airport in the world? And
That's
how
quite
did it
cool.
remain so for
It's like down in a like a ditch almost. That is cool.
25 years? So, when you pick any of the biggest airports in the world, there is always a considerable number of traffic that are connecting passengers.
Yeah.
In simple words, these passengers are people who are just making a stop at an airport to switch flights to fly to another destination.
Yeah, okay.
They do this because airlines charge less on connecting flights compared to direct flights, simply because a direct flight is more convenient, so people are willing to pay a premium. Connecting traffic is, most of the times, a significant portion at the busiest airports. But how big this number will be is heavily influenced by the airport's location and how big the network of an airline is from that airport.
Okay.
And because of that, some airports have way more connecting passengers than others. For example,
This looks like a
Dubai
cool
and
airport,
London
by the way.
serve a very large number of connecting passengers, and that is due to Emirates and British Airways, which use these airports as their hub and operate a network of more than 100 routes to 70+ countries.
Okay.
But also, both airports offer a good location for international travelers. Dubai acts as a midpoint and connects Asia and Europe, while London connects Asia and North America and Eastern Europe and North America. Now, a similar thing happens with the Atlanta airport, just on a domestic level. So, just like Dubai, the vast majority of traffic at the Atlanta airport is connecting passengers,
Yeah,
which is more than half of the total. Most of these connecting passengers travel between the US or North American cities through Atlanta. This is because Atlanta is situated in the southeastern United States and is positioned within a 2.5-hour flight of 80% of the US population. This makes it an ideal hub for connecting flights across the country.
Yeah.
For example, if someone is flying from Miami to Chicago or Dallas to New York, Atlanta serves as the perfect connecting point thanks to its central position.
Yeah.
The city's location also makes it an efficient stopover for international flights, particularly those heading to and from Latin America and specifically the Caribbean nations.
Okay.
But while Atlanta's location is good indeed, there's other cities that offer similar location in the US.
Okay.
For example, Dallas and Houston both have excellent locations. But the reason Atlanta...
our connection from Austin was to Dallas and then Dallas to London. So we had to get a connecting flight from Dallas. So yeah, we went from Dallas.
Atlanta still takes the lead is because of Delta Airlines. The majority of connecting traffic at Atlanta is brought in by Delta Airlines, which is set to operate 968 daily departures to 215 destinations from the airport in 2025. In terms of passengers carried, Delta is the second largest airline in the world, and its main hub is Atlanta, which is also the largest airline hub in the world by seat capacity.
Okay.
In 2023, Delta approximately connected 51 million passengers at Atlanta, which is literally more than the total passengers of big airports like Seattle, Tacoma, and San Francisco International.
That is crazy.
But while domestic flights dominate, Delta also plays a significant role in connecting international travel.
Okay.
Delta offers flights to 60 international destinations across 6 continents and acts as a gateway to Latin America and major European cities for the American market.
Wow.
Delta alone accounts for over 70% of the flights at ATL. This dominance amplifies the airport's activity and makes Atlanta a crucial connecting point for domestic and international travelers alike.
Yeah.
So, whether you're flying from a small regional airport in the US or connecting from a major European city, chances are good that Atlanta is an option on your route.
Yeah.
Moreover, Delta Airlines partnerships with other global carriers, such as Air France KLM and Virgin Atlantic, strengthen ATL's position as an international hub. These alliances allow passengers to connect seamlessly to destinations around the world.
Yeah.
Another reason for Atlanta Hartsfield's huge passenger volume is that it's the only commercial airport for a considerable area around Atlanta's central city. The nearest commercial airport from Hartsfield, Atlanta, is about 75 miles or 120 kilometers away, which makes Hartsfield, Atlanta the primary airport for a large population.
Yeah.
This means that all flights to Atlanta...
It needs to be big, I guess, because of the population alone, and also you've got so many flights coming in from everywhere to then go on again. It's no wonder it's a massive airport.
Atlanta are concentrated at this one airport, unlike most other big cities, which are divided by multiple airports. If cities like New York and London had only one airport, they would have significantly more passenger volume than Atlanta.
Yeah, definitely.
If you were to number it, Atlanta would rank at number 4, with the busiest being London, New York City, and Tokyo. Now, at last, Atlanta's airport infrastructure and size have allowed it to handle all this traffic.
Yeah.
The airport has a total of 192 departure and arrival gates. This means that 192 planes could be boarded or deboarded at the same time.
That is very crazy. Impressive. That is insane. Wow. I would never have guessed that many.
Moreover, the airport's layout has contributed to its success. ATL uses a central terminal system with concourses arranged in a linear fashion, connected by an underground automated people mover known as the plane train. This design minimizes the time passengers spend transitioning between gates, making it one of the most efficient systems in the world.
That's good. That is good.
But even though Atlanta is pretty good at infrastructure, the airport's facilities are constantly being updated to handle increasing demand. In fact, the airport is widening a concourse right now and also has plans for future expansions.
See, this is good.
So
They're keeping
this
up with
confirms
the times.
that Atlanta's Hartsfield Airport's status as the busiest airport in the world is no coincidence.
No.
Its strategic location,
That's stunning by
role as Delta Airlines' primary hub, efficient infrastructure, and strong domestic and international connectivity all contribute to its success. As for the future, air travel is constantly evolving, and ATL is well positioned to maintain its leadership. With ongoing investments and a commitment to excellence, Atlanta's airport will likely remain a global aviation powerhouse for years to come.
It's no surprise. It's no surprise, really. It's no surprise. That was a really good video, guys. Let me know, have you ever travelled through Atlanta? Where did you go, or where were you coming back from? Let me know in the comments below. Have a fantastic day, guys. I'll see you in the next one.